Hello folks, Scott with Dallas Paint Correction and Auto Detailing. I have got a 91 Carry, this is a 91 Ford Ranger, right?
Right.
Okay, and there's something odd about this engine. It's a 4-cylinder, but it's got 8 spark plugs?
Yeah, it's a 2.3, 2300, and it's got 4 plugs on each side of the head.
Folks, who you're listening to is my client, my customer. He bought a used truck. This is a 91 Ford Ranger with a pretty rare engine in it. This is probably one of the dirtiest engines I've had to clean in some time, but we're gonna have some fun here. Guys, I was sent a bunch of products, and what I'm gonna use is this stuff here. It's called SuperTech Engine Degreaser. What's very interesting about this, when I took it out of the box, I looked at the back of this thing. Guess who makes this stuff? This is distributed by Walmart and bottled by Walmart. Does Walmart make their own engine degreaser, or they have a company that makes it for them? They just relabel it and sell it? I don't know, but we're going to see what it can do against this engine. Folks, the only thing I'm going to be using is this stuff, made by Walmart, SuperTech, whatever the hell it is. I have no idea. I'm going to use some brushes, and I'm going to use my works machine. I do not have access to water where I'm working, but I do have power, so the works machine is going to be kind of beneficial here to me at the moment. I'm going to set you guys down and let you take a look at this process. Just bear with me as I shake the camera, right? Hold on, guys, hold on. Stay with me. Okay, I think you guys can watch me there. Let me move the camera so you can see a little bit more of the engine bay. All right, so this is the Walmart brand, SuperTech. Let's see what it can do against this nasty engine. What's very interesting about this product here, if you guys watched my video about the O'Reilly's cleaner, O'Reilly's recommended 15-minute dwell time. Well, this Walmart brand says only 5 minutes. I am most likely going to spray it and start agitating immediately. And let me see what kind of grease it can pull up. Hang tight, folks. It is a foamer. Wow, that's pretty aggressive. I like it. Very much like the O'Reilly's product, but this is made by Walmart. I can smell it. It smells like a cleaner, but it's not obnoxious, which is kind of nice. I'm going to cover this whole engine and start agitating. I'm not working in direct sunlight, which is nice, so the product is going to stay there. It's clinging to all the surfaces that I want to cling it, that I want it to cling to. It's not running away, so that's beautiful. So far, 1 thumbs up for Walmart, whoever makes this crap for them.
Very intelligent.
All right, I got quite a bit on that engine. I would say about half a can. What's very interesting about this stuff, folks, I don't know what it costs until I looked it up online. This stuff cost $1.94 for 18 ounces, and I've used about a half a can just to pre-treat that engine. Let me go in there, start agitating, and see what this bad boy can do. Well, I'll tell you what, as I agitate, I'm extremely disappointed right off the bat. This stuff really doesn't seem like it's pulling up any grease and grime. A lot of the grease and grime that's on these components, the cleaner is kind of staying white, it's staying clear. I'm not pulling up any type of debris from these components. That's a little disappointing by Walmart. But hey, let's give it a shot. Let's see what it does. I may have to do this for my customer a second time and use a better cleaner, right? Like Super Clean.
Sorry, sir.
What's that?
I said, sorry, sir.
Hey, Kerry, it's your truck. This thing is pretty nasty. We got to try to get it back in shape, right? You want to work on the engine, so you don't want to work around all this crap.
And guys, I can tell you, he's good at what he does. So.
See that?
If you're in this area, use this man. He's reasonable.
There's a plug from a customer, and he's paying me. I'm not paying him to say it.
I wouldn't say it if it wasn't true.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you.
You're welcome, Mr. Bly.
Mr. Bly. I don't know how some of the people found out my last name on YouTube, but sometimes they call me Scott Bly. They must have went to my website or something.
I reckon.
Okay, this is kind of an older engine. You know, the newer style engines, you've got a lot of plastic covers. This one doesn't. We've got a lot of nooks and crannies, so I'm going to have to spray a little bit more and use my easy detail brush.
Maybe this side of the shroud.
Yep. We'll get it.
Hey, I like that brush.
If this product doesn't work, we're going to have to use Super Clean on this engine and get it done right. But I want to give Walmart a shot here to see what they can do.
So how did you find this cleaner?
It was sent to me. What do you think of that?
That's pretty cool.
You know what, on this, what is this, Kerry? That's the top of the engine, right?
Right, valve cover.
That's the valve cover. What's very interesting on the valve cover, this degreaser is kind of cutting through that pretty nice with some agitation, but it's not pulling, which is odd. It's not really pulling this stuff off the plastic pieces, but we'll see what happens when we rinse it.
Pulls well. Still got the original alternator.
The original?
It's that rare.
When I get done cleaning it, you're probably going to need a new alternator, so don't worry about it.
I know a guy that owns an alternator shop.
Yeah. Folks, as I say all the time, when you jam in one of these easy detail brushes inside these engines, especially the older ones, with a lot of plastic hoses, rubber hoses, electrical lines, you got to be careful where you're jamming, but
especially vacuum lines for the AC and this and that.
See that?
Brittle. Oh, that's clean and nice.
We're learning something from my customer. Around the vacuum lines, she said be careful with these vacuum lines on older engines.
They're very, very brittle.
Yeah, that's a good point, because as the engine gets older, right, a lot of those plastic lines and rubber lines will start getting pretty fragile.
Yeah, a lot of mine are already broken. I've got to replace them. And they broke on their own.
You mean,
as I can tell.
You're not going to blame me if they're broken after we're done here?
I know where they're broken. Which ones are broke. You just have to pay for the ones you break.
I'll pay for the ones I break.
I appreciate that, Mr. Bly.
Okay, folks, I just broke that.
Well, it's irreplaceable. You don't have to buy me a new truck.
Okay, folks, I'm going to rinse this thing off and let's see what it does. Can Walmart fix this nasty engine? Let's see.
I think it works better on the metal than the plastic. That's on. Let it step away, Scott. Calm it up. Now low down. Sorry, I was out here running. I was out here with my truck running the car. Let's support out here. My boss is going to be detailing my truck on the board. Nothing to do that. Did I tell you that already? I was thinking around that. How does my daughter go to your website? Mr. Black?
Okay, folks, I'm going to bring you in here. Walmart is not going to help me in the moment, although I've got a pretty nasty engine, but I'll bring you in here and show you what it's done. Okay, if we notice on these plastic pieces here, there is a lot of, I can take my finger and just kind of break this dirt that's on these plastic pieces. Now, somebody's going to say, hey, Scott, if you had a 3,000 PSI power washer, you probably could have blown through that stuff. And I will agree with you, but that is not a good way to test whether or not a product has the ability to cut through grease and grime. Now, in Walmart's defense, for $1.94, what do I think of it? Well, I think I gave O'Reilly's cleaner a B. I'm going to give Walmart, the SuperTech engine degreaser, the same rating because I have it up against a very nasty engine. This probably hasn't been cleaned since 1991. But if we look on top of the engine here, yes, I agitated with my Easy Detail brush, but there's still a lot of grease and grime, although that's very aggressive. Now, I do know a cleaner that probably would have gotten that in the first shot, and it's super clean in the moment. But this cleaner right now for $1.94, I'm going to go around it one more time and try to get some of these areas where it wasn't able to pull up that grease and grime. But I will say that this stuff right here, this SuperTech, let me grab this can and show you this stuff. This stuff did not do all that well when it came to just simply spraying it on the components. Usually a good degreaser for an engine, you'll start to see it break down some of that grease and grime. It didn't do that, and as I agitated the cleaner with a brush, I didn't see any browning coming to the surface. It really wasn't all that aggressive. But it's $1.94 a can. I'll leave it up to you guys. What do you think? I give it a B just because of the price. If it was the same price as the old O'Reilly brand, I would give it a C and say, hey, you're probably going to be using 2 cans on a very nasty engine. Light to moderate soiling, it will probably be fine. But folks, I just wanted to share that with you. There's some areas that did rather well, some areas that didn't. Again, not all dirt is created equal. But super clean in an aerosol can would have gotten this. I would have gotten a lot further, trust me, with one application, even though this was a pretty nasty engine. I love you all. Just wanted to share that with you. I'm not going to bore you with the rest of this because I got to keep going and make this right. I'm probably going to grab a can of Super Clean for my customer and get this job done right. I appreciate it, guys. Till next time, love one another.